Welcome. Your special message from the Akashic Records is today's Timeless. Pick a card. And by timeless, I mean it's meant for you whenever you find it, regardless of when it's been uploaded. So today we have three options. Option 1 on the left, option 2 in the middle, and option 3 on the right-hand side. Take a deep breath with me. And exhale. Timestamps are in the description box. If you need more time to choose, you can pause the video now. See you at your reading. Welcome everyone who chose the Nine of Pentacles. This is going to be your reading on your special message from the Akashic Records. So we got the Eight of Pentacles here. The Eight of Pentacles is showing us that the reason behind you subconsciously choosing this card could be tied to the fact that there could be one of two things going on with you. You could be really working hard towards something and expecting to see the harvest, the fruits of your labor, getting the return for the work that you put in. You could, in general, be a very hard worker, a busy bee, someone who you have a lot on your plate, you have a lot to tackle. You could have several sources of income. On the other hand, it could be that it's something on your mind. Should I invest my time in this? Should I put my effort into this? Will it reap the rewards for my hard work? Okay? So or it could be everything, all of this going on at once, okay? Eight of Pentacles. But what this is telling me basically is that right now you seem to be focused on long-lasting, stable prosperity, stability, okay? Seems to be on your mind right now. All right. Eight of Pentacles. What do the Akashic Records have to say about this? What is your message from the Akashic Records? What is your message from the Akashic Records? Sorry, I'm clearing my throat a lot. The weather is very hot where I am. It's always above 30 degrees, sometimes reaching 41 degrees Celsius, okay? I am in Europe, so it is summer here, and I think in the summer we all tend to dehydrate more. So it could be that the first message coming through for you guys is to drink more water. You could be dehydrated slightly or very, okay? And that may be interfering with your ability to process thoughts properly or even to communicate. Okay. What is your special message from the Akashic Records pertaining to stability, prosperity, hard work, and reaping rewards? Now, Eight of Pentacles could also be a card of marriage and the hard work people put into marriage or considering marriage, okay? So just as a side note, but we're going to see what the Akashic... Ooh! All right, that one flipped in the deck. So we're going to take it. All right, so it says will, wisdom, and mind, and we have the number 20. So the number 20 could be significant for you. Will, wisdom, and mind. WWM, 20 and the number 2. Will, wisdom, and mind. And the number 20. Will, wisdom, and mind. All right, so the message coming through is a message of the will of your mind applied with wisdom. That's what I'm hearing. The will of your mind applied with wisdom. So your mind has a will. And yes, you can reap the rewards. Yes, this is something you can do. Yes, this is something you can get into. But you need to apply wisdom in every step of the process. Don't wing it, okay? If there's something you don't know how to do, research it. Don't just jump into it. You need to apply some amount of wisdom here in each and every step of the way. But the will of your mind is very strong, meaning that first, before taking any steps or reaching any goals, or even designing or strategizing, your mind has the power to make first and foremost the decision. And once you make that decision, that's when your mind, your energy starts being focused and directed into that specific goal, right? So yes, you can achieve this goal. Yes, it can be sustainable. Yes, it has the potential for prosperity and stability, but you really need to apply wisdom in every single step of the way. So take small steps that will go up and forward, but in a constructive manner. So when you're laying a foundation, let's say, you need to dig the hole in the correct places. You need to measure things to make sure that when you start putting in those first bricks and that first steel, things won't just come crumbling. There are a set of rules, let's say even for anti-seismic, is that how you call it? For earthquakes and seismic activity. Maybe I'm not saying this correctly, maybe it's not the correct accent, but anti-seismic construction, in order for, like, if the earth shakes, the building shakes with it and doesn't come crumbling down. That kind of strong foundation, like what materials do you need? What are the measurements, the width, the how long can it be, how wide can it be, so that the roof doesn't fall through? How much steel do you need? It's engineering, really. So it's almost like adapt the mind of an engineer when approaching anything in life. Take calculated measures, apply your wisdom, and if you don't have the wisdom, seek the wisdom with who has the wisdom. So let's say you don't know how to go to step B or get through the process of step B, but there's someone you know or someone who would know how to do that. Ask for help. You don't have to do everything on your own. And there are people who like to even show off their wisdom, and they like to share. Some people just unselfishly like to share. Whether it comes from their ego, whether it comes from a genuine place of wanting to share information and help, it doesn't matter. If it's not your wisdom, someone else will know the steps to take, or even a video on YouTube, right, could help you. So basically, yes, this is sustainable. Yes, this is possible. Yes, it's in your energy. Yes, there will be rewards. But there are other people who may have the wisdom you don't have. So it's like reading a few pages of a book every single day, except applied to your goal, okay? So let's say you have a will, and your mind sets the intention and makes the decision. This is the direction we're going in. This is the goal, right? And so what steps do we need to take? We write down the steps. What are the priorities? What can we tackle right now? What is not possible right now? Can we skip a step and come back to it when it's possible to do something about it? It's letting go of control when you can't control something, and controlling something when you can, and maybe going from step 7 to 9 and coming back to step 8 and then going to step 10, right? Sometimes this is possible. Instead of staying stuck and saying, oh, I don't have the solution for step 8, so I'm just going to give up, right? No, maybe there's some things you can do on steps 9, 10, 11, 12, and maybe it's a matter of timing, and then the time comes where, okay, you have the missing puzzle piece to uncrack the code of step 8, and then you go back, you put the puzzle piece in, and all of a sudden you're already at step 12, okay? Yeah, that's the main message coming with that card there. What other messages do we have? It also seems like your mind is very capable and you are strong-willed. So combining the two, applied with wisdom, and I'm seeing a crown here, so crown chakra, your crown chakra is strong, you're very claircognizant, you are very connected to the higher realms, you are getting information from the collective consciousness. You know when sometimes you feel you're getting these ideas but you don't know where they're coming from? That is the collective consciousness that you are connected to. All right. One card from this tarot deck, please. Whoops. The Magician. Yes, absolutely. You have it in you. You have the power. It's up to you. You're a master manifester right now. You may not even be aware of how much of a powerful manifester you actually are, but you are. You could have strong Gemini or Virgo in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, or Mercury. You have the power to make this happen. Yes, it's absolutely possible. Yes, you have what it takes. Yes, you have the resources, the skills. Yes, you have the knowledge, the talent, the mindset, the will, the wisdom. You have it all, okay? You have all the resources. Only thing that could be missing is your trust in yourself and belief that it's possible. Because once you believe it's possible, once you trust yourself and your abilities, your skills, your talents, your intelligence, nothing can stop you. Really, you are a force to be reckoned with. You are unstoppable. You're a master manifester. You manifest so strongly that even you may even be manifesting things that you don't want, if you believe that those are the things that are available to you. So be careful with what you're thinking. If you're thinking negative thoughts, most likely you're attracting negative things, okay? So be very careful about what exactly you're attracting and what your thoughts are. And if you catch yourself with a negative thought about yourself, or something that you're attracting, or something that is going to happen for you, quickly switch that to the positive. So if you're saying, oh, this and this is going to happen to me, otherwise it would be too good to be true, blah, 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 blah. Substitute that for the positive without using a no, like without saying, I'm not going to get hurt. No, because the universe will not hear the negatives. It's void. So say something like, I will always be healthy. I'm grateful that I'm always so healthy and put together. That kind of change in when you catch yourself having a negative thought or saying something negative, because our words are like spells and our thoughts are like spells, and we put them out to the universe, and whatever we put out to the universe, we bring back to ourselves, okay? So be very mindful, because everything you think and say, you're manifesting. So if you know this, how will you be thinking and manifesting from now on? Okay, and that is today's message. That was your message today. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know how this resonates for you in the comment section. If it did not, choose another option. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. It helps the channel. It helps me bring you more. Extra content is on Patreon. Information for that is below. See you in the next one. Have a beautiful day. Bye for now. Welcome, everyone who chose the Eight of Swords. This is going to be your reading. All right, so the Eight of Swords is showing me that you may be feeling very stuck right now, probably very conformed, or what's the word for it? It's not exactly conformed. Maybe you are conformed. It's more like you've accepted your situation, but you feel stuck. You would like a solution, but you really don't see the way forward. First of all, what I want to tell you guys is please take a deep breath. Because you need it. It could be that you're not breathing deeply enough, therefore you're not supplying enough oxygen to your brain to be processing thoughts differently, because you might be in fight or flight mode, and that is not allowing your system to relax enough to even think about deep breathing. I'm feeling the need for another deep breath. And exhale. You may be exhausted running up and down stairs, doing stuff, feeling stuck in like a hamster's wheel. I'm seeing a hamster's wheel. I'm also hearing Cinderella, because, you know, in the Disney classic, Cinderella is blonde and does wear blue. So that could be symbolic. You may feel like you're living her lifestyle where all your life is work, work, work. Others, making sure other people are happy. You may be feeling very, very stuck right now. You may be saying it is what it is, but you would like to find a solution. You would like to have a clear vision forward. You feel uninspired right now. You're like trapped in an overwhelming amount of chores, responsibilities, daily tasks, but you're feeling stuck. But you've accepted your reality. But for some reason, you've come to this reading. So this is telling me that you want a solution. You want a solution. Maybe you've been stuck in these responsibilities for a very, very long time. More than 8 years, probably. Could be stuck in a job or stuck in some other kind of situation. There could be a reference to a prince. This one did flip in the deck. I don't know if you saw that, but it says fated meeting, and it seems like a masculine and a feminine meeting here. Something about noon or midnight on the Big Ben clock there, if you can see it. Noon, midnight or noon. It is daytime here, so I'm thinking more noon. There could be someone you're thinking of. I'm actually going to use this card because I don't know if you saw it flip, but it did. The number 7 could be significant. France could be significant. Europe could be significant. The UK, London more specifically maybe. I'm seeing cobblestone streets, so something about Portugal could be significant. Germany. Or anywhere where there's dark gray cobblestone could be significant. It could be that you're thinking about a union here, but something's keeping you stuck. So what this is saying with fated meeting here is that there will be a fated meeting. So maybe the missing puzzle piece, the thing that you're waiting for, is going to happen, and it could be an encounter here with someone you've been thinking about of the opposite sex. There's a meeting that was predetermined between you and this person. Your higher selves predetermined this meeting. This meeting could have already happened, but now you feel stuck somehow. And it could be telling you, this whole reading could be telling you that you're actually coming to a very important relationship in your life. And it's about to happen sooner than you think. It could be someone you meet outside around noon, or on the 7th of a month, or in 7 days, 7 weeks, 7 months, 8 weeks, 7 to 8 weeks. This could be an entirely new relationship or an existing relationship being lifted to a higher experience, to a higher timeline, to a higher level of commitment. And this is karma from past lives that have brought you two together. So this is going to be a very important meeting for the both of you, so stay alert. But when you do meet this person, the message here is to keep your individual growth a priority along with your collective growth as partners. Now, if you're already with this person, it could be that the relationship is going to a higher level of commitment. For some of you, there's a fated meeting. If there's something on your mind pertaining to business, a creative project, a work situation, career that's on your mind, and you're thinking about someone and you're feeling stuck because it's not happening, that fated meeting will happen. There will be that meeting. It could be a meeting with a publisher, with a teacher, with a mentor, with your future boss, with a future business partner. It's about to happen, and it's powerful and promising. It's a very powerful relationship where both of you are going to be very successful together in business, in work, in a creative project, whatever that is. And same thing if this is a romantic partnership. This is meant to be, okay? This is in your energy, and it's whoever you're thinking of, whether it's a spiritual romantic partner, whether it's a business partnership, or a work situation, or a creative project with someone. It's someone that you specifically have on your mind, whether energetically or whether you already know exactly who this person is. There will be that meeting that will bring the two of you together to take this to the next level. So it's telling me that if you're stuck in limbo because this meeting is not happening, that's about to change in 7 to 8 weeks, okay? Very, very soon. I'm also seeing the month of August for a lot of you, okay? There may have been something that happens in July, or happened in July. Whoops. Okay, now these two came out, and it's the Death card and the 5 of Wands. This is very interesting that these two came out together. So there's something about, it's the end of the struggle, it's the end of the challenges for you, it's the end of feeling stuck. It's the end of stuck circumstances, it's the end of a previous way of life that you knew, that was riddled with challenges, jealousy, competition, obstacles. That's the end of that, okay? because it seems like something was keeping you stuck. It could have been other people pulling you in different directions, or pulling another person in different directions, making it difficult between the two of you, or other people interfering in this meeting happening, or circumstances such as a Mercury retrograde and all the things that happen with that. And you felt like you were always being thrown curveballs, but that's about to happen and change drastically. Things are about to take a very drastic turn for the better, and this meeting will finally take place. You will overcome these challenges. It's the end of the challenges, the end of the obstacles, the end of the interference, or at least being able to tackle the interference and move through it to make this meeting a possibility, okay? Because whatever this is, this seems to be a power partnership or a power couple. That is meant to be, no matter how many people interfere, how many obstacles and challenges are thrown in the mix that you have to, you will overcome everything. Yes, these two came out, the Nine of Wands. So you're never giving up. No one's giving up on this. It's been battle after battle, but you will succeed. Six of Cups is that meeting, is that reunion of the souls. For some of you, it's a reconciliation, okay? For some of you, it's a reconciliation, but there's a sweetness to this. There's a feeling of accomplishment of, finally, this happened after so many battles, so many challenges. I'm just thinking, it's coming across as, I'm glad I didn't give up. I'm glad I didn't give up. I'm glad, I'm so grateful that I didn't give up, because there's such sweetness and such power behind this, and so many things to accomplish together. The High Priestess, keep trusting your intuition. Keep trusting and following your intuition. You're on the right path here. The Star, your wishes will be granted, okay? This is leading you to a very hopeful wish fulfillment, dreams coming true, okay? So trust that star that is your intuition, that there will be a reunion or a reconciliation or a meeting here with someone from a past life, even could be, because it's written and it's meant to be, okay? So that was your reading today. I hope this brought you the clarity that you seek. It was a pleasure to read for everyone. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. It helps the channel. It helps to bring you more. Extra content is on Patreon. Information for that is below. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye for now. Welcome everyone who chose the Nine of Swords. This is going to be your reading from the Akashic Records. Nine of Swords. All right. Seems like whoever's watching this, you guys could be blonde, more on the platinum side blonde. Not necessarily, doesn't have to be everyone. You either are blonde on the platinum side, or you like to wear denim shirts. More on the dark side denim, kind of brighter blue, but muted. I don't know if this is making sense. Bright is different from muted, but it's somewhere in between here. Someone here likes to wear denim shirts, or someone is blonde, or both. And this blonde is more on the platinum side. Someone here could be from North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, Texas. I'm hearing Dakota, Montana. I'm also hearing Nashville. Doesn't have to be, but I'm just picking up these places. For a lot of you, doesn't have to be. Someone here is having sleepless nights. I'm also seeing the UK. I'm seeing South Africa. I'm seeing New Zealand, Australia. I'm seeing Commonwealth countries. All right. Nine of Swords. Someone here is having sleepless nights. Someone here is very anxious. Someone's having insomnia or waking up at 3, 4 a.m. Someone could have high cortisol levels due to stress. If that is the case, look into ways of lowering your stress. It could be lack of exercise. It could be lack of vitamin D, aka sunlight, or the actual vitamin D3 supplement. It could be a lack of proper nutrition through unprocessed organic foods. For example, it could be too much sugar or too much of another substance that you drink or smoke or whatever. It could be something that is interfering with your ability to have a homeostasis in your body, a very balanced hormonally, very balanced in terms of minerals and vitamins and all these things, right? For that, you need to be sleeping an appropriate amount of hours. Those hours need to be at an appropriate time frame, because if you do go and fall asleep after 11 p.m., that wreaks a certain amount of havoc on your brain and its functions and your hormones and turns everything upside down. We should be working according to our own chronobiology that is connected to the sunrise and the sunset. If you are eating after sunset, chances are your body's not going to process that the same way. If you are going to sleep too much after sunset, that wreaks another kind of havoc on the sleep patterns you should be having at certain times. And there's something here that is jumbling everything else. So look at whatever you're doing too much or not enough of, or not at the right times, and you will see that that's where the imbalance is. It could be an addiction, it could be screen time, there could be a need to limit screen time and social media that is affecting your thought process, that is affecting the way you see yourself as a whole, or in society, or as a person individually. You keep comparing yourself to other people probably, or you think that you should be at a different stage in your life, and you're probably living through the screen and not living in real life. For some of you that could be the case. For others of you, it could be something you are ingesting that is toxic, that is running through your system, that is having you think certain ways and affecting your processes in different ways. So, and I'm feeling a sense of a sadness and an emptiness here. Now, it could be that there's one of these things that's very simple that you're not doing. You probably are unaware that you have some imbalance in terms of a certain coenzyme or some kind of amino acid or a mineral, whatever it is. There could be just one very simple thing. You may need to get yourself a magnetic resonance, quantic magnetic resonance done, reading done, or a blood tests or other kinds of exams, a complete blood test to see where your hormones are at, or if you're deficient in any vitamins or amino acids or whatever it is, right? So it's not really the circumstances, it's more like you and something that's missing in your life that you're not doing, that once you do that will crack the code to unlock and unblock your joy, really. It's like there's a missing link here. Whereas an option 2, there were in fact external stuck circumstances that are unblocking. In your option, in the one you chose, it's more like there is something you can do about it right now. And it's just about looking into everything as a whole and asking yourself important questions. This is so interesting because I'm about to officially launch a service that I've already been doing for a very long time, really. It's been over probably 12 years I've been doing this with my clients, but now I'm going to publicly make it a service here for the people on my mailing list. So if you're interested in knowing about this, I'm going to be offering 10 free first consultations for people who are interested. So if you're interested in that, I'm still defining the nuts and bolts. I'm still designing this product as a whole, because it's something very intricate and holistic, and so it will only be ready for publicly on August 12th. So if whenever you're listening to this, regardless of whether it's after August 12th, before, if you want to be in on this, you have to be on my mailing list. You can find my email below. You can email me and ask to be added on the list, and then whoever's on my list I will send an email on August 12th, and the first 10 people to reply will get dibs on those free first sessions of what that service is, and I will present it when the time comes, okay? So just a side note on that. I feel out of all three groups, pile 3, those of you who chose this one are the ones who are most likely going to need that service the most. Now, if you're not identifying with this, resonating with this reading at all, go ahead and choose one of the other 2 options. Maybe it's not your option, okay? And that's fine too. But anyway, I see a lot of anxiety here. But let's see what the Akashic records have to say. I feel I've already channeled a lot of the Akashic records with this one card, but let's keep going. Let's keep going. I feel there may be a message in option 2 for you guys as well, because you guys could be having a mix of 2 situations where it's internal and external complications. But if you, like, let's say only chose pile 2, that was the only one. Unless you're attracted to more than one option, which you can watch all 3 options if you feel called to all 3. That's the kind of channel we have here. So what is your special Akashic message? Message from the Akashic records for right now. What is your message from the Akashic records right now? Ooh, that one flipped. Okay, so we have the number 19, reflection. Maybe you've been reflecting a lot. Maybe there's a lot of reflection that you're being called to do right now. Reflection. Maybe you've been doing too much reflection to the point where certain things are starting to bother you. Maybe there's too much thinking and overthinking. You know, when there's overthinking and too much thinking, the only place where the devil really can do its work and live is in the mind. So if you're giving the thinking and the mind too much space and too much time, chances are you're giving the devil too much time as well. Thinking can only serve us to the point where it brings us solutions, or where there's something we can do about it, we do it and then we move on. But there needs to be action taken with each thought process. You can't just be jumping from thought process to thought process to thought process to thought process and not be moving your body or taking some form of action or doing other things in the meantime that are practical things that need to be done with our hands, with our eyes, with our feet, with our strength, right? So it's almost like there needs to be a discipline of the time of day that you allocate to thinking, right? And processing thoughts, basically. Or maybe you need to reflect upon why you feel anxious. What has got you here? Is it something you're not doing? Is it something you're doing too much? Is it something that you're too focused on, or things that you're not focused on enough? Is it something you're eating? Is it not enough sleep? Is it too much sleep? Is it not enough water? Is it not fostering or not spending time with people who uplift you and spending time with people who drag you down? That kind of questions that you are being called to reflect on right now. Someone is having a trip over or by water or spending time near a lake. Someone here could be into sailing, wind sail, well, of course, sailing, wind sailing, windsurf, kites, kiting. Someone here, something about a lake, something about a full moon. It's actually, I think it's almost a full moon as I'm recording this. You could be coming to the end of a cycle in your life. You could be celebrating something or closing something out, or getting the rewards for something, or closing out a cycle of anxiety now. That would be a good one, actually. With the moon being here, it could be that you're addressing your own internal fears, and the more you think, the more you could be feeding these fears. If your body's stuck, if you're being sedentary and your body's feeling stuck, chances are you're not releasing the necessary endorphins to feel happy, to feel uplifted, to feel that natural joy. There could be some kind of, again, I'm going to say it, hormonal imbalance that is feeding your fears, that is making you, maybe the fact that your body is very stagnant is making your mind stuck on certain things. Because as your body circulates energetically, everything circulates. Spiritually, you circulate. Mentally, you circulate more through other kinds of thoughts. If you stay stuck in the same place for too long, you stay stuck in the same kind of thoughts. Okay, so these two fell to the back here, and we have the Eight of Cups and the Six of Wands. So this is telling me something. The fact that these two came together is telling me something very simple. Walking away will lead to victory. Letting go will lead to victory. So whatever you need to let go of, whether it's a belief system, whether it's a place, a circumstance, a situation, walking away will bring a victory, will feel uplifting, will be the right decision right now. Even if it's just walking away from thinking and overthinking. And again, the word walking away from where you're always spending your time. Even if it's just to walk away and come back an hour later, right? That could be the very simple solution to your anxiety, is going for a 10K walk and coming back. Because the Eight of Cups is about walking away, and also it can be about doing a U-turn and coming back. Okay? Maybe you walk away and you decide to walk away for good, or maybe you walk away, you give yourself the distance, and you decide to take a U-turn and come back. Either way, walking away right now or letting go will make you feel more empowered, more victorious, and it's actually the solution to conquer that one battle that with anxiety that you've been struggling with, that you've been dealing with, okay? So that is today's reading for you guys. I hope this brought you the clarity that you seek. If this resonated, let me know how in the comment section. If not, maybe there's another reading for you in one of the other two options. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. It helps the channel. It helps me bring you more. It was a pleasure to read for everyone today. Have a beautiful day. See you in the next one. Bye for now.